It's the wildcard round, and the Jaguars head to Arrowhead Stadium in the snow to take on a 9-8 Chiefs team who beat them earlier this season. Pat Mahomes was picking apart the Jaguars defense, which was down Kayvon Thibodeaux and Andre Sisco. Nonetheless, Mahomes was a surgeon on drive number 1 until this goal line throw was cut off by guess who? Trayvon Diggs, the man with 20 picks on the regular season. Trevor Lawrence went the other way with a nice throw to Isaiah Walker, and then backup tight end Maddox with an incredible toe drag catch. What a catch, Chris. The Jags even needed to pick up a 4th and inches inside the 10 to lead to this Lawrence to David Bognasty touchdown pass for the early lead. Pat Mahomes completes a slant on 4th and 2 to keep the drive rolling until Trendon Richardson finds Pater with a 1-yard score. T-Law hits a big 3rd and 7, pass falling away to Daniel Jaramillo. Drive ends with the screen pass to DeAndre Swift to the end zone for 6. The Jags are back on top. Mahomes completes a 3rd and 5 to Sky Moore inside the Jags 30, and the Chiefs get 3 points. Lawrence the other way to Bognasty, who fumbles the football, picked up by Trent McDuffie. And the Chiefs had a minute 25 left. Mahomes with a big pass down the middle to Juju, and then the sideline throw for another 1st down before he came right back to Juju in the end zone to take a halftime lead. Lawrence twirls away from the rush to pick up a 3rd down to Hollywood Brown. And then he finishes the drive with a running jump into the end zone away from pressure. And we had a real slobber knocker going. Next drive, Mahomes gets one to his favorite target, Travis Kelce, down into the red zone. And then rolling right to the end zone to Kelce, and it's Trayvon Diggs again. This guy is insane. The pick then leads to this short tutty pass to Daniel Jaramillo to get the Jags up 11 points. And then Mahomes on 4th and 8 sails a pass over everybody's head. The Jags would add 3 more points and make it a 31-17 final score, and moving to the divisional round behind Trevor Lawrence's 3 touchdown passes and Trayvon Diggs' 2 red zone interceptions. The Browns upset the Bills 38-21. Steelers take care of the Patriots 31-21, sending our Jags to Pittsburgh, while the Browns will visit our rivals, the Colts, in the divisional round. In the NFC, the Commanders upset the Buccaneers 31-24, Falcons upset the Cowboys 20-17, and the Seahawks take care of the Panthers 31-24 to set up Commanders at Bears, Falcons at Seahawks in the divisional round. To Acrisure Stadium we go, divisional round, Steelers hosting our Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence sidesteps the rush on 3rd down for a big 1st down to enemy territory, but another offensive lineman goes down. The Jags settle for 3 points, and for the Steelers, Kenny Pickett has a 3rd down pass knocked down at the line of scrimmage, and they line up to go for 3. They're going for a fake, and it fails miserably. The Jags drive stalls, but they're able to tack on 3 more points, and later, a beauty of a run after the catch by Daniel Jaramillo leads to another field goal. Out of halftime, it's a nice 1st down to Marquise Brown to set up the Jags for a 12-point lead. First play of the next drive, it's Pickett to KJ Hamler, who makes a man miss, and he is off to the races all the way down to the Jaguars' 14-yard line, but they only get 3 points. And the Jags on the other end cap off a long, methodical drive with a DeAndre Swift 1-yard touchdown run. Then more first play of the drive magic as it's Pickett bombing one out to guess who? KJ Hamler again. Huge catch, and this time it leads to more than 3 points as Pickett ends up going right back to Hamler for the touchdown. Steelers down 16 points late, though, and Kenny Pickett gets the short yardage touchdown pass. And then the 2-point conversion pass is good as well. We got a 1-score game. The onside kick is taken by David Bognasty, who does not fumble, thank God. But the Jags elect to try a 62-yard field goal on 4th down, which is short, and that'll give the Steelers a shot. 2nd down, 20 seconds left, and Pickett is just launching nukes already to the end zone. It falls to the ground, but there is a flag. Pass interference on our rookie safety, Eddie Bonds. Steelers get the football at the 1. And on the next play, it's KJ Hamler wide open in the end zone for a touchdown. 2-point conversion. Kenny Pickett gets his man, Allen Lazard, and the game is tied. Jaguars run the ball with Swift, content to go to overtime, but not only does he get a 1st down, but Miles Jack is called for a face mask on the play, which set the Jaguars and kicker Calvin Mentor up with another 62-yard try, this time for the win. Up and no good. We're going to overtime. In overtime, Pickett was rushed on 3rd and long, and he threw an errant pass incomplete, so the Jaguars took over. Trevor Lawrence with a big pass completion to Daniel Jaramillo. That's the last yard they'd get on the drive, and it'd be a 61-yard field goal try by Mentor after missing 2 62-yarders in a row. It is up, and it is drilled. The Jags will go to the AFC Championship game on the leg of Mentor in a 29-26 overtime win. Trayvon Diggs with 2 more interceptions to help counteract Kenny Pickett's rapport with KJ Hamler on the day. Post-game injury report has us down 2 offensive linemen, Alex O'Neal, and hopefully Thibodeau will be back for the title game. Speaking of the title game, the 7th-seeded Browns knocked off the top-seeded Colts 21-17, so it won't be a rivalry matchup, but a home AFC title game against the Brownies. In the NFC, the Bears and the Seahawks take care of the Commanders and Falcons, respectively, in close games to match up with each other in the NFC title. Could it be another Jags-Bears Super Bowl like last year? First, we got some work to do. Home AFC Championship game versus the Browns. Can the Jags win their 3rd AFC Championship in a row? Lots of punt tennis early in this game, but this first down to Njoku got 3 points for Cleveland. Later on, it's a big throw down the middle by Watson, and eventually this sideline scramble by him deep into Jaguars territory that sets up a handoff. So fullback Michael Burton for the game's first touchdown, and the Browns led by 10. Lawrence stepped on the gas a little bit, hitting Daniel Jaramillo deep in the red zone before going right back to him for a Jaguars tutty. A 3-and-out by the Browns led to this Trevor Lawrence scramble and allowed the Jaguars to tie the ball game, while the next 3-and-out led to a long surgical drive and this throw after the 2-minute warning from T-Law to Isaiah Walker for his first career touchdown. Browns yet again went 3-and-out, and Lawrence took advantage with this dime piece to Daniel Jaramillo down the right sideline to the 1-yard line. Jags took a Mentor field goal to go from down 10 to up 10 at the half. Second half, and Lawrence from his own 47-yard line hands to DeAndre Swift, who bobs and weaves through traffic with barely a slap from the defense as he is off to the races for a Jaguars touchdown. Tiny bit of punt tennis, then eventually lands the ball in Lawrence's hands for this dime to Marquise Brown in the back of the end zone. And what was a 10-point deficit was suddenly a 24-point lead. Brown's offensive failures led to more Jacksonville points with another DeAndre Swift touchdown run, and the Jags poured it on, resulting in a 44-10 blowout of the Massagers. Browns. And the Jaguars will be in their 3rd straight Super Bowl thanks to Trevor Lawrence's passing and DeAndre Swift's running, as Lawrence was over 300 with 3 touchdowns and Swift over 200 yards rushing. The Jags get back to the Super Bowl, but unfortunately for the Bears, they fell at home to the Seahawks 21-28. So we get a new opponent in the big game. Obviously, we have no Pro Bowler since we're going to be in a much better game. But some shout-outs to user players. Quarterback Akura Koala of the Bucks is QB1 in the NFC. Wide receiver A.J. Chambers of the Bucks is wide receiver 3 in the NFC. And cornerback Vladimir Klink is CB2 in the NFC. Yearly stats were last episode, but here we have some awards, and Josh Allen is the league's MVP. Trevor Lawrence finishes 4th place. Offensive Player of the Year is Lamar Jackson. Defensive Player of the Year is Trayvon Diggs. Daniel Jaramillo gets Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to the Bills' Nasir Brown. And Quincy Williams places 3rd. Lamar Jackson also wins Best Quarterback, with Lawrence placing 3rd. Best Running Back Najee Harris. Swift finishes in 6th. Best Offensive Lineman is David Andrews, with Alex Santos in 6th place. Myles Garrett wins Best D Lineman. Best Linebacker goes to Max Crosby, with Josh Allen in 3rd. And the Best DB is obviously Trayvon Diggs. And Best Kicker is Matt Gay. And hey, Coach FG wins Coach of the Year. Let's go. Next episode, we take on the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Who you got? Can the Jaguars win their 2nd Super Bowl championship in a row? Sound off in the comments section, and thank you for your incredible support. I really could not do this without you. Special thanks to the channel members keeping the dream alive with some monetary support. Super special thank you to franchise QBs TClink24, Christian Horn, Colby Gaynor, Rigoberto Ramirez, and Troy Gordon, and our only general manager, Matthew Hackett. I love you all.